Hello viewers, you're welcome to today's training. In today's training, I'm going to show you how to build a radar chart in Power BI without using a custom visual. There are two ways to build a radar chart in Power BI. Either you download the custom visual from powerbiservice.com or you can build a radar chart in Power BI after doing some kind of manipulation in Power BI. But today I'm going to show you how you can build a radar chart in Power BI without using the custom visual. What is a radar chart and the types of radar chart? Now, as you can see, there are different types of radar chart. This is an example of a radar chart. So there are different types of radar chart. You can see these are various types of radar chart. So we have different types of radar chart. Radar chart is used to display details about your data, especially when the data is in segments, categories, or in various classes. I need to show this data set, the various classes and various segments of each of these data sets. So I'm going to show you how to do that using Power BI. Before we move further, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, my Instagram channel, my TikTok channel, and my Facebook channel. And also don't forget to follow me on all my social media channels. Okay, now this is my data set. And as you can see, this data set, in this data set, I have the countries and I have the sales for each countries. Now, I've already calculated that using the DAX function of, using the DAX function. Now, I use the sum of the financials, and that gives me this total sales you can see here. Now, for this value of total sales, I created a measure, aggregate sales. I type that particular measure. Now, I now looked for the differences between each of those sales for the country with aggregate sales. In other words, I subtracted this value from the total sale. That gives me this value. That is how I got the sales difference. So I named that the sales difference here. So let's click on that. The sales difference, you can now see the aggregate sales minus the total sales. Now, we're going to create, in order to create the radar chart in Power BI, the first thing you need to do is to create a donut chart. So let's create a donut visualization, a donut chart visualization. Okay. Now, in this donut chart visualization, in the value section, I'm going to place my sales value difference and my total sales. Now I press that there. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to sort by country. I'm going to filter by country. So let me place the filter in a filter on this visual. I'm going to place there. Now, okay, before I do that, okay, we sort our data set. You can see I've sorted my data set is in the ascending order. United States is the first, while Mexico has the lowest sales, while United States has the highest sales. So I'm going to sort the United States. Now, when I do that, when I sort with that, now you can see I have the value for United States. Okay, let me collapse this. I have the value for United States. Now I have those values for the United States. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the regions. I'm going to put all the table. Now you can see it's giving me 25 million for United States. Okay, I'm going to up this. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to this total. We are going to up that in a bit, but let's just identify that as United States so we can know that. We take note of that. Now the header icon, let's put that up, the tooltip, let's put that up. Then let's go to some visuals. Now in the slider section, I have two. Now you can see the deeper part of it represents the sales for United States, while this represents the differences. Why this represents the differences. You can see Why that represents the differences. You can see this part of the donut chart represents the difference in 93 million and something. Why this part represents the sales for United States. So I want to put this off because we don't really need that. Now, for the sales for United States, the total sales that represent that for United States, let's make that to be. Let's give it a yellow color. Now, what we are going to do, I'm going to duplicate this. Let us copy and paste. I'm going to duplicate it up to 4 times. Yeah, I'm going to duplicate that up to 4 times. Why am I duplicating up to 4 times? I have how many countries here? I have 5 countries. So I have to duplicate that up to 4 times. So what we are going to do now is this. Now let's go to this. Let's reduce this. So okay. Now I have all this. Okay. Now the next is Canada. So I'm going to now leave it out here. The next is Canada. Okay. That is Canada. This for Canada filtered Canada. Then let's change this to the title. Let's make it Canada. Canada. Okay. Now we are going to change that. This particular video, let's give it what color? Let's give it a color. Okay. Then I'm going to the next is France. This Canada. The next is France. Okay. So let's get that for France. Okay, this for France. So let's call that France. That's for France. The next is Germany, then Mexico. Okay. Germany. Okay. And this is for Mexico. So we're going to filter that. Okay, I'm only putting the names just for identification purpose, so we can easily identify. Now we've gotten our 5. Now the next thing we're going to do now is this. Now for the United States, what we're going to do is just very simple. we go to our slicer. Now you can see this portion represents the total sales for United States. This total sales for United States. Now this, we are going to make this to the right. Okay, we're going to do that for the rest. France, okay, United States, okay, then France, let's change this to France, okay, we're going to change the rest. Okay, now, first and foremost, we've gotten this. The next thing we are going to do, we are going to rotate this. Let's try to rotate that. Now, this is so let's make it 90 degree. Okay, let's rotate it 90 degree. Let's rotate that 90 degree. Let's rotate that 90 degree. Okay, and let's rotate this 90 degree as well. Okay, fine. Now we finish rotating this. Now, what we're going to do is this. All my videos, I'm going to the background. I'm going to close the background. I'm going to turn that off. All the backgrounds, I'm going to turn them off. I'm going to turn the light off as well, but very soon I'll turn that off. Okay, now after United States, the next what we have is Canada. Now what we're going to do now, we're going to make use of the inner radius. Now the spacing. So let's make this 80%. Okay. The next is Canada, 80%. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag this and drop it there. Okay. And I can just make it a little bit bigger. Okay, now let's try to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, let's make this smaller. Fine. Okay, so I'm going to go offline. I'm going to do this for each of the country. I'm going to do that offline. Then I'm going to come back. I'm going to show you the results of that. Welcome back. Now I'm done with it offline. Now I'm back online. So you can see the first one represents the United States, the next represents Canada, while the next represents France, the next represents Germany, while the next represents Mexico. Okay, so this is our radar chart. Let me zoom it up. Now you can see how it looks like. So that is the radar chart. So now next thing we're going to do, we're going to so next thing we're going to do, we're going to pick this. We're going to bring out this multi-row and we're going to bring out the country. Where is it? The country and we're going to bring out country and we're going to bring out the sales, the total sales. Okay. So what we are going to do, we are going to follow the same step what we did. So we are going to filter each of them. Now for this, that is a country, Canada, and the first is United States. We're going to filter that. As we're going to filter that, we're going to give it a color. The color for United States is yellow. The color for United States is yellow. And the yellow color. The yellow color for United States. So we are going to go to our visualization. We're going to go to the color value. Make that yellow. Sorry. Let's undo that. The card. So this is the label. So this is the label. I don't want to do. Let's do label. Let's do label the label. Let's rather label the country. I think the country will be better. So let's make use of the card. Okay, fine. This is the United States. Then I'm going to do this. Okay, I will now make it. I'll make it smaller. So then for each of them, I'm going to make it smaller. Then we have the card. Then the label. Make that smaller. Okay. Then we have this here. Then our card. We are going to still work on this. Accent bar. Let's make that yellow. Okay, we can make this to be a little bit deep. Okay. Now we can reduce this a little bit. Okay. Now the one we are done, we drag that. Let me retrieve. Now once I'm done, I'll drag it there. Reduce it. So let's still make this smaller. Let's see if we can still make it smaller than that. I think that 8 is the minimum. Okay. Wait. So I'll just go offline. I will do that offline. Then what I'm going to do, I'll copy this. Once you finish copying, you paste it as you duplicate it. Now, so you drag down. Okay. Now, so you drag down and go to your filter. Then the next is Canada. Get the Canada and you follow the same process. So I'm going to just go offline. I'm going to do that and I'm going to come back online because I want this video to be as short as possible so that I can post it on all my social media channels. So I'm going to just go offline. I'm going to do that for the rest of the country and I'm going to come back online. Wow, welcome back. This is Radial Chart. So this is how to build the Radial Chart in Power BI. Now you can see the Radial Chart. This is how to do a Radial Chart in Power BI. So you can see we don't have the Canada travel, but when I click on that, it will come up and that sorts that out. And let's bring that back. So if I want to do, I can place more spacing. I can decide to drag this a little bit downward, um, then drag this a little bit downward. That's for Mexico. Then that of jamming, drag it a little bit downward. Then that. So this is how to create a radar chart in Power BI. Then if we want to sort our data sets, for instance, we want to create a slicer with this particular set, and we decide we want to sort by that's for sales for different country we have. Let's assume we have the, let's see, let's look at the segments. For various segments, let's see, for various segments, we want to sort our data set. Then I want to see that for various segments. I'm going to cut this video, it's getting too long. So when you click on this, it gives you the enterprise. You can see the value, you can see a chart. Government, you can see that mid-market and small business. So this is how to create a radar chart in Power BI. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe on all my social media channels and don't forget to follow me on all my social media channels. Thank you. See you next time.